Hello, and thank you for volunteering for a PAWS community pet event. As you know, volunteers play a vital role in all we do for the animals and pet owners in the community. Before your volunteer shift at the event, we would like to invite you to watch this online event orientation to give you a look into what to expect during these types of events. If you have any questions after the training, please let us know. Again, thank you for signing up to volunteer with us. This online orientation is a general briefing for all community pet events, which will help you as you help the guests at the event. Event-specific information can be found in the FAQs created for each event, which was also included in this email. Today's training will cover the following topics: our purpose, what we offer at these events, attendees, details about our booths, and some reminders and tips. You can pause and restart this video training at any time, but please be sure to complete the whole video prior to your volunteer shift. The purpose of PAWS hosting these community pet events is to bring much needed services directly into our communities, supporting pet families right where they are. Our ultimate goal is to help keep animals in their homes and out of the shelter. The attendees are usually from in and around the neighborhoods we are targeting, but we also have visitors from other areas of the county. We strive to provide services to all with compassion and absolutely no discrimination. It is impossible for us to predict how many people will attend each event, and each one is different depending on the neighborhood, demographics, size of the park, time of year, and so on. People will likely stand in line for hours before and during the event, all to get their pets the services they need. So please be patient and friendly when helping them. For early bird attendees who arrive before we officially start, please ask them to get in line and then tell the others to line up behind them. Accidents are most likely to happen at the very beginning of the event or at the end. Make sure to monitor the lines as soon as people start arriving, and continue to monitor them until the very last person and pet has been served and have left the event. During these pet events, we are able to offer free and low-cost services to pet families who would otherwise have no access or resources to help their pets. Next, we will go into more detail on each service we offer. We typically have the following booths at each event, with partner organizations occasionally participating as well: information booth, kids activities booth, spay and neuter, vaccination, microchipping and licensing booths, pet supply booths, behavior and training tips, animal rescue reserve, and also a water station, which is also a rest area. The spay and neuter, vaccine and microchipping, licensing, and pet supply booths tend to have the longest lines through the duration of the event. In addition to each booth, we will also have staff and volunteer floaters who help direct people to the right booths. We also have line management volunteers who help keep the lines in order by assisting clients with filling in forms and answering questions, double-checking the forms before they reach the check-in tables, getting crates for small cats and dogs, distributing poop bags, water, chairs, leashes, collars or harnesses, reaching out for help from a Spanish speaker or dog trainers, holding the leash while clients fill in their paperwork, and even holding their spots in line briefly if the clients need help. Let's dive more into the details of what each of our core booths offer. The spay and neuter booth is where community members can make spay and neuter appointments for their pets at a later date. No surgeries will take place at the event site. Appointments are limited, and we offer one appointment per pet family. Spay and neuter appointments are scheduled for the San Diego Humane Society campus closest to that event site, with additional appointments scheduled at the other two campuses as needed and if available. Our three campuses are San Diego, Oceanside, and Escondido. Spay and neuter for pit bulls, chihuahuas, and cats are free, while other breeds are offered a 50% discount. If we have a partner organization participating at the event, they will be able to schedule our overflow clients and will have their own price list. Depending on the space available at the park, we will have 2 or more booths to schedule these appointments. Volunteers that work this booth will help the community with paperwork and appointment scheduling. We also offer vaccination, microchipping, and licensing. Depending on the event site, we will have two or more booths for this service. The booths may be each individual service or combined to offer all three. The prices of these services match the low-cost vaccine clinic offered at each of our campuses, and we will have handouts at the event so you can share this information with attendees. At some events, we might partner with the Department of Animal Services to offer free licensing in the jurisdiction they cover. Volunteers can help at this booth in a variety of ways, ranging from helping with paperwork to restraining animals for vaccines and microchips, if previously trained in this skill. Our pet supply booth is made up of donated supplies that we give out for free to event attendees. We offer one free item per pet family. If we have extra supplies, volunteer floaters using shopping carts will distribute the extras to attendees in line. If you help out at this booth, you will be in charge of distributing pet supplies and monitoring the number of supplies each pet family is getting. The information and kids activity booth may be two separate booths or combined as one, depending on the space available at the event site. At this booth, we will share information on all San Diego Humane Society programs and services, including promoting any upcoming events. If you volunteer at this booth and find a lost child or a lost dog, first make sure the child and dog are safe, and then you and a staff member can use the loudspeaker to make the announcement. We will have trained staff and volunteers working at the Behavior and Training Tips booth, and as floaters to offer pet behavior tips. If you see a cat without a crate, clients tugging hard at a pet's leash, loose dogs or cats, aggressive dogs, dogs fighting, dogs with a choke chain, or anything else needing the attention of a certified trainer or volunteer, please reach out to them for help. You can even direct the attendees to this booth for help. Staff will also be able to replace choke collars with a harness or a better collar free of charge. To help you easily identify a trainer, the staff dog trainers will have t-shirts or stickers marked Dog Trainer. Volunteers helping at this booth are typically behavior and training volunteers that know the basics of dog behavior and feel comfortable harnessing a dog or restraining them so another volunteer or staff member can do so. Our Animal Rescue Reserve also joins us at these events. ARR is a team of highly trained volunteers who assist our humane law officers during disasters in San Diego and surrounding areas. Children are also drawn to this booth for their bright yellow hard hats. We will provide water and first aid during events as well. If you see a community member or pet in need of water, direct them to this booth. Volunteers helping at this booth will be passing out water and monitoring inventory of our water supplies. It typically gets warm, so the water is very popular. When volunteering at PAWS community pet events, there are some important tips to keep in mind. Be alert on everything going on around you. You always want to avoid dog-to-dog face-offs to prevent any scuffles. Dogs should be lined up head to tail and not face-to-face. Create a buffer zone between dogs by walking the line and helping to maintain a reasonable space between them. If smaller dogs or cats being held cause larger dogs to get overexcited, ask for the smaller dogs to be put on the ground with ample space between them, or you can offer a crate for the smaller animal. If a dog is being extremely vocal or overly reactive, ask for help from a staff at the Behavior and Training Tips booth. Some attendees might enjoy seeing their dogs get worked up, so please seek assistance from the staff at the Training Tips booth quickly if you see this happening. It's best not to tell the dog owner that what they're doing is wrong. You want to avoid any altercation and leave that to the training professionals. This is a busy, fast-paced event, and we count on our volunteers to make it a success, so please make sure to stay in your assigned role unless reassigned by a staff member. There may be a need for help with unforeseen situations, in which case volunteers assigned as floaters may be reassigned early in the day. One of the most important tips to remember is to stay compassionate and understanding. We do not judge our clients. Some clients may have never heard of an animal shelter or know which services are legally required for their pets and which vaccines should be given. Some may have gotten their pets from a friend or family member's dog and cat's litter and have never been able to bring them to the vet. A client may even share with you that they want to breed their dog or cat and have at least one litter. All volunteers and staff must be patient and understanding of our clients. This is exactly why these events are needed in our community. We are not there to change their minds about spaying and neutering or to lecture any pet owners. We are there to share information and provide affordable services to pet owners in need. And you never know, a simple dog behavior tip or a free spay or neuter could absolutely make the difference between the family keeping the pet or having to relinquish him or her to a shelter. A few final things to remember for this event. Spanish-speaking volunteers and staff will have t-shirts or stickers marked Hablo Español. We will have poop bags available at all booths. Crates for cats and small dogs are available at the Behavior and Training Tips booth and the Vaccination and Microchipping booth if needed. And lastly, we will not be able to offer transportation for the spay and neuter appointments, and we will not have flea medication available at the event. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the PAWS community pet events, and we will look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for volunteering.